I guess you love movies. I do too. Hi guys, and welcome back to another movie review. And today we're going to be talking about BlacKkKlansman. I know it's a little bit late. It came out like a month ago now, but I hadn't got around to watching it, and I did want to see it in theaters, so I'll give you this review now today. BlacKkKlansman stars John David Washington and Adam Driver, and is directed by Spike Lee. I have seen a few of Spike Lee's movies, Do the Right Thing, considered to be a masterpiece by many. I'm not a great fan of it. I do understand some, the reasons for people enjoying it. However, personally, it just wasn't my type of thing. I also watched Inside Man. That's a completely different type of movie. It's a reasonably entertaining heist film. So going into this one, I was expecting... I didn't really know what I was expecting. I was hoping to be blown away or bowled over by a Spike Lee movie for the first time. And I'm happy to say that I very much enjoyed BlacKkKlansman. So, what is BlacKkKlansman about? Well, it is about the first black officer in the Colorado Police, Colorado Springs Police, Ron Stallworth, played by John David Washington, and he is put. He goes on a mission to infiltrate the local Ku Klux Klan, and he uses another officer, played by Adam Driver, Flip Zimmerman, to infiltrate them properly. Like, he can't go in himself, obviously he's black, so he infiltrates and talks to them over the phone, while Adam Driver is the one who's actually there in person doing all of the talking and doing all of the, proper introduction and stuff like that. And it follows their investigation, as well as the Black Panther group and the civil rights movement of the 1970s during that period as the backdrop. So, what did I think of BlacKkKlansman? Well, I really enjoyed this movie a lot, and it comes down to a lot of the balance of the story. I feel like this movie is brilliantly balanced in terms of use of humour and the pathos and the affecting and more disturbing moments. So, what I enjoyed was the performances. I thought that John David Washington gives a great performance in this film as Ron Stallworth. In terms of balancing the humour and balancing the drama, I thought he did a great job, and I really enjoyed his performance within the film. His relationship with Adam Driver in the movie is a very important one and a very entertaining one. And Adam Driver, once again, gives a very good performance in this film and shows his versatility but also his subtlety as an actor. And I thought he was very, very good in this film. Very enjoyable to watch, and their relationship throughout the film it's very, very good. I like how Spike Lee in this movie looks at both extreme groups. Obviously, completely different views, completely different viewpoints. Completely different ends of the war or the argument. You have the Black Panther group, a black power group, one that's looking for obviously rights for black men and women, but is quite extreme in that sense. There are many moments within the film where they talk about violence or talk about a war between the black and white, ethnicity, and the fact that that will be coming, and that they are prepared to kill white people, and they are prepared to kill cops in order to facilitate their revolution. And then there's the KKK, who are also pretend... In a way, they are almost pretending to be non-violent, but there are definitely parts of the group that have no intentions of being non-violent, and that they will be cruel to any minority that they see fit. And their views that are just disgusting to the point that you cannot believe that these people even exist. But the way that they show both groups and the way that they compare and contrast them, I thought were very well done and very subtly done throughout this film. And I thought that there's a lot of scenes within the film that are very affecting, that are very scary. There's a specific scene with an older black man who talks about a friend he had who is obviously mentally challenged during that period. It was sort of like 1915 sort of period when Birth of a Nation was released, and there was a lot of hatred towards the black people at that time because of this film being released. A lot of pent-up aggression, and his friend was accused, and he was convicted of raping a white woman, even though he was innocent, and he was brutally executed, and in front of all of the town at this time, and it was some horrific images, and it's very, very disturbing. But there's also a scene which is less showy in that sense. Not to say that that isn't horrible, but of course it is. But there's a smaller moment in this film. The character called Felix, who's part of the Ku Klux Klan, and his wife, who are just sitting in bed together, and they're talking about murder, and in the most horrific way, because there's absolutely no fear of it. That they seem completely happy to do it. It's like a dream come true that they can kill a black person. And I'm not going to use the word they use because obviously this is, I'm a reasonably PC channel here. I'm not going to use that word, but that is, that scene terrifies me because these people exist and they're sitting there and they just seem to think that this is okay. And these people pretend to be Christian and, good Christian people, where they're sitting in bed plotting to blow up and kill people. Because that is a Christian thing to do, of course. Looking at it, it's just incredible that these people exist. It's horrible that these people exist. But we need to know that people like this exist. And it's very powerful. And Spike Lee does a great job at balancing these moments, but also making the movie entertaining and reasonably light enough that you can watch the film and not feel completely depressed by all of these different situations weighing you down. This movie isn't particularly subtle, I'll give it that. There are some very on-the-nose pieces of dialogue that are obviously referencing Trump and the current political situation. And I understand what Spike Lee's trying to do there, and I appreciate it. This is quite a timely film in that sense. However, I would have liked to have been a tiny little bit more subtle, maybe. But this movie affected me. This movie was entertaining. It has great performances. It's very well directed. It's very timely in terms of its political statements, and I really enjoyed it overall. It is a tiny little bit heavy-handed at times with some of its themes, but overall I really enjoyed Spike Lee's BlacKkKlansman, and it's one of my favourite movies of the year so far, I would say. It doesn't have many glaring issues, and I very much enjoyed it. So I'm going to give BlacKkKlansman a 9 out of 10. So there you go, there's my review of BlacKkKlansman. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, like, subscribe, drop your comments down in the section below. If you have seen this movie, what did you think of it? I was quite surprised, actually. I wasn't expecting to like it as much as I did, but I actually really enjoyed this film a lot. If you did enjoy this video, like, subscribe, drop your comments, all of that stuff, and hopefully you enjoyed this video, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Goodbye.